Understanding what makes women attracted to men they secretly like can be a game changer in the world of relationships. Imagine yourself in the dim glow of a late-night cafe, your gaze locking onto hers across the room, a fleeting moment where time fractures, and an invisible thread pulls you closer, defying every rational barrier. She's not just glancing. There's a hidden fire in her eyes, a secret admiration that simmers beneath polite smiles and casual words. But why? Why does this attraction bloom in shadows, evading the light of open confession, while society peddles myths of grand gestures and superficial charms? Picture the paradox. You've built the perfect facade, ambitious, polished, predictable, yet she drifts toward the man who disrupts, the one whose quiet intensity hints at depths unexplored. Is it strength masked as vulnerability, or confidence veiled in mystery? What if the very traits you suppress are the magnets drawing her in, whispering promises of authenticity in a world of illusions? Feel the weight of this tension, the existential ache of wondering if your hidden self is the key she's been seeking all along. Could it be that attraction isn't born from perfection, but from the raw edges where your soul brushes against chaos? These questions haunt you now, don't they? They claw at the edges of your mind, urging you to peer deeper into the psychological abyss. What unseen forces shape this secret pull, twisting desire into something profound and perilous? Hold that curiosity tight, because beneath it lies a hidden problem, rooted in the shadows of the human psyche, waiting to unravel everything you thought you knew about connection. The hidden problem lies buried in the silent currents of your psyche, where desire and fear wrestle in the dark. Why do women feel drawn to men they secretly admire, yet rarely speak it aloud? It's not just chemistry. It's a collision of instinct and illusion, sculpted by eons of evolution and the weight of culture. Carl Jung would point to the anima, the feminine archetype within every man, whispering truths you've suppressed to fit the world's mold. Nietzsche might call it the will to power, not dominance, but a raw magnetic authenticity that defies societal scripts. You've been taught to perform, be the provider, the hero. But what if she's captivated by the man who dares to exist beyond those roles? This attraction, this unspoken pull, roots itself in a paradox, the tension between who you are and who you're told to be. Society rewards the polished surface, but her gaze lingers on the cracks, where vulnerability meets defiance, where your shadow dances with your light. Schopenhauer would argue it's the blind will of life itself, an irrational force that binds her to the man who embodies what's real over what's expected. Yet, this force isn't just personal. It's philosophical, a rebellion against a world that demands conformity over truth. But here's the twist. What if this hidden attraction shapes more than just fleeting moments? What unseen consequences ripple outward, silently sculpting your identity, your relationships, your very reality? The answer lies just beyond the veil, waiting to append everything you thought you understood. You've felt it, haven't you? The way her unspoken attraction lingers like a shadow, shaping not just a moment, but the very contours of your existence. This silent force doesn't just spark desire, it rewires realities. The unseen consequences of women's secret admiration ripple through the human psyche, twisting behavior, identity, and even society itself. Neurologically, it's dopamine's dance with uncertainty, a cognitive bias called the ambiguity effect. Her hidden gaze makes you crave clarity, pushing you to chase a version of yourself you barely recognize. Culturally, it's a trap. Society glorifies the stoic provider, yet her heart leans toward the man who defies that script, exposing the lie of perfection. Jean-Paul Sartre would frame this as an existential crisis. You're caught between being for others and being for yourself, haunted by her gaze that sees the raw, unfiltered you. This tension isn't just personal, it's societal. Men mold themselves to fit ideals, only to find her drawn to the unpolished edges, the the chaos beneath the mask. The consequence? A world where authentic connection erodes, replaced by performances that leave both yearning for something real. Viktor Frankl might warn that ignoring this pull risks a life devoid of meaning, chasing hollow validation instead of truth. But what happens when this silent force goes unchecked? How does it distort your choices, your relationships, your very sense of self? The stakes are higher than you think, and the path to escape this trap is radical, waiting just beyond the next revelation. You're standing at the edge of a revelation, the weight of her secret admiration pressing against the walls of your constructed self. The rebellion begins here. To break free, you must shatter the mirror of societal expectations and embrace the raw, unfiltered truth of who you are. This isn't about chasing her gaze. It's about reclaiming your soul from the scripts that bind you. Forget the polished hero. She's drawn to the man who dares to be flawed, who wields authenticity like a blade against conformity. Friedrich Nietzsche would urge you to become the Bermensch, not through dominance, but through courage to embody your contradictions, strength and vulnerability, chaos and purpose. History whispers of rebels who broke free. Socrates, defying Athens' norms with relentless self-inquiry. Or Aldous Huxley, exposing the dystopia of hollow perfection. Their secret? They leaned into the discomfort of being misunderstood, trusting their inner fire over external applause. Psychologically, this is radical self-acceptance, rewiring your brain to prioritize intrinsic worth over validation. Stop performing. Start existing. Speak your truth, even when it trembles. Show the scars, not just the shine. Her attraction isn't to your mask, but to the man beneath, the one who dares to stand in his own light. This shift feels like rebellion, because it is. But what if this defiance unlocks not just her heart, but a deeper truth about existence itself? The ultimate realization waits, one that redefines attraction, identity, and the very nature of connection. You've torn through the veils of expectation, and now the ultimate truth emerges, searing and undeniable. What makes women secretly attracted to men isn't just a fleeting spark. It's a mirror to the human soul's deepest craving. Authenticity in a world of facades. This isn't about charm or conquest. It's about existence itself. Her hidden gaze seeks the man who dares to live as he is, unapologetically raw, a living paradox of strength and fragility. This is the paradigm shift. Attraction isn't a game to win, but a call to become. Carl Jung would say she's drawn to your animus shadow, the untamed truth you've buried to fit the world's mold. Viktor Frankl would call it meaning. Her heart aligns with the man who finds purpose in his own chaos. Picture it. Every struggle, every mask you've worn, was a detour from this truth. Her admiration isn't for the polished surface, but for the soul that dares to break free, to stand naked in its imperfections. This realization redefines everything. Your past doubts, your fractured connections, the ache of unfulfilled desire. It's a call to rebellion, not just against society, but against the lies you've told yourself. Step into this truth. Live it. Let your existence be a quiet roar, a beacon for those who seek the real. Will you answer this call, or let the shadows of conformity swallow you? The choice is yours, but the world waits for your awakening. If you've had experiences where you've picked up on these subtle signs, or have insights to share, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. And if you're interested in more content on attraction and relationship dynamics, be sure to check out my other video on the subject. I think you'll find it really insightful.